Thank you all for coming for our Inspirational Evening Awards ceremony. My name is Bill Steinberg, and I've been involved with this program, Friendship Circle, for over 9 years now. My journey started off with a very dear friend named Avi Shipman, who used to live in my neighborhood throughout the years. And he would always come by to play chess, checkers, and Uno, along with 2 other people. Over the years, they taught me how to be strong, how full of courage in it. And throughout the upcoming years, I even met the governor of Pacoquin himself to light the menorah in Chicago back in 2011 while I was a junior. And one question, who even does that nowadays? Right? It sounds very surprising. And I even told this to my friends at school. And most importantly, this friendship circle really helped me out. If I wasn't persuaded by the Moskowitz and my dear mom, I wouldn't be anywhere, and we wouldn't be participating in their so-called holiday programming. And it's a very dear walk for friendship circle that we go to every now and then throughout the years. Tonight, for our very good inspirational ceremony, we will be honoring our very dear teens for volunteering throughout this program. But first, I'm going to introduce you to a very dear friend of mine and a very exact director, Rabbi Zalek Moskowitz.
Thank you, Bill.
Welcome. Thank you.
We will begin this evening with reciting a chapter of Tehillim for what is on the minds of all of us today, the safety and security of all of the Jewish people throughout the world, here, I would say here in the United States, and in Israel and the world over. Please rise and join me. Lama Seyat Mizmor David Yaakov Navim Sarah Yisagat Hashem L'Hei Yaakov Aleluia Shia Melch Yaneinu V'Yem Pareinu. This past week, on Shabbos, the Jewish community experienced a shocking event at Chabad of Poway near San Diego with the loss of a very dear member. As we all know, Lori K. Leah Bas Rubin. We all saw it on our news feeds, we heard it on the radio, we read the reports online. And while Lori was an exceptional woman and a supporter of many Jewish causes, she was also the backbone of the community at Chabad of Poway and instrumental in establishing the Friendship Circle of San Diego. Last week, before Shabbos, while speaking to one of our colleagues in San Diego, he described Lori as having a gishmak. You know what that word means? It's a Yiddish word, hard to translate. It means she had a knack and an extreme pleasure in helping other people, a real enjoyment in doing kindness towards others. And she really made that her way of life. As we have seen, the heroic Rabbi Yisrael Goldstein utilized the world stage at the White House and in all his press interviews to follow the Lubavitcher Rebbe's call of reinstating or instating a moment of silence in our public schools. As we here come to appreciate, education is not only about acquiring knowledge. Rather, education is first and foremost about developing one's character to be a mensch. Tonight, we honor a group of unique teenagers who have embraced this challenge and recognize that there is a lot more to life than just the knowledge of information. Let us all take an example from Lori, which she has shown us, and perpetuate her memory, and learn from the example that's set by our very own teen volunteers, to have this excitement, this knack, or this geschmack in treating others the way we want to be treated. Nowadays, we can very easily be engrossed in our own digital experiences, or we can look up from our smartphones and engage with the others sitting near us. As the social landscape continues to rapidly change and more people gravitate to loneliness by communicating with their smartphones, we learn here at Friendship Circle the importance and the value of each individual life. Our volunteers show us what a treasure it is to have a lifestyle of face-to-face interactions. And to the teams that we are honoring tonight, with your encounters, be it at Friends at Home, holiday events, Talmud Torah, camp, you are giving life and teaching the true value of friendship. Tonight, as we celebrate friendship and as we reflect on the lessons we learned from Lori Kay, let us recommit ourselves to enrich our own human interactions with ways that we can strengthen the value of the friendships we have in our lives. Tonight's event is made possible by the dedication of many people who worked tirelessly to bring this all together. And I would like to say a few thanks to some of the people who made it a reality. Firstly, to Corey Dreher from the Sunset Ridge School. Of course, Mrs. Mandy Hakimi. And my wife, Basi Moskowitz. Equally as important, the parents of the volunteers actually make a great sacrifice each week with their own schedules and their children's schedules, at times to drive their children to these Friendship Circle events. And we realize what you do for Friendship Circle, and we acknowledge that integral part that you play.
Hello. So my name is Adi Averbach. And so in a few years, I will be moving out of my parents' home. And for that to be a successful transition, there are quite a few things that I will need to learn. For one, time management. Time management is a very important skill to have in your life. Without being able to manage my time, I would not have been able to experience what I have experienced with my buddy. There are many times when I ask myself, how am I going to see my Friendship Circle buddy when I have hours of homework, a tennis match, basketball practice, my Torah study group, Snapchat, and a family dinner. Secondly, engagement. Engagement is a very necessary trait to have in your life. With engagement and effort, you can overcome any type of barrier in a relationship or a friendship. And when I first met my buddy, the first thing I did was figure out a way how I can engage with a 10-year-old I had never met. And without engaging and trying to engage with my buddy early on, we would not have the same friendship we do have today. The third thing is commitment. Commitments is, however, something that you can't control. And there have been many times where I've wondered if I could, just skip one session and go to Ken's Diner with my father and get a chicken schnitzel with nothing on it, but the special sauce and a nice little Dr. Brown cream soda. But however, I've always decided to see my buddies because I'm not doing this for my personal benefit, but for my buddies. Fourth, skills. When I first found out that I was offered to speak today, I wondered how I was going to write a speech and speak in front of a group of people, expecting to hear something profound. Hopefully I somewhat accomplished your expectations. And without the friendship circle in Illinois, I would be missing out on these things that I will need when I'm living out on my own. I will succeed in college because of the the time management skills I've acquired. I'll be able to engage with my dormitory roommate from a small rural town. I'll be able to stick to the commitments I've made, and I'll be able to stand up in front of a group of people like yourselves and talk about my experiences. So the friendship circle of my body, I mean, that's the same thing. I'm indebted to them for the experiences that they are affording me. Thank you all.
Hi everyone, I'm Alana. So just to tell you, when I started in Friendship Circle, Bossy and Zeller had 3 kids. So, a while ago. When I was younger, I grew up knowing I wanted to help people. I searched for volunteer opportunities, and that's when I found Friendship Circle. After my first event, I knew this was the right fit. Over my 3 years of working with Friendship Circle, I got to bake with my buddies, create drama and art with them, and impart important life skills. I learned so much from my experience volunteering. I learned patience, kindness, understanding, and most importantly, that everyone deserves to be treated equally and given the same opportunities. I was the first volunteer to go with Bossy to the Michigan Friendship Circle weekend event. For anyone who doesn't know, the original Friendship Circle was founded in Detroit in 1994. Our Friendship Circle and the other 80+ locations worldwide are built on its successful model, but are completely independently governed and funded. So next time you see Bossy or Rabbi Moskowitz, feel free to pat them on the back or hand them a check. My weekend in Michigan was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. Not only did I get to meet so many girls from around the U.S. who were also volunteers, but I got to see an incredible facility that strives to help everyone feel successful, and that they can do whatever they want. I am without a doubt a better person for the time I spent with Friendship Circle. To the current volunteers, I want to tell you that I'm so proud of you and for helping people feel love and acceptance. Keep up the great work. And please, if I can have the volunteers gather on the rim to my left so that we may thank you properly. And everyone, please give a warm welcome to Bossy Moskowitz.
Thank you, Alana. We are privileged to count you among our cherished alumni and so grateful to have you here tonight. And speaking of gratitude, I know my words will not do my feelings justice when it comes to describing the dedication of our team volunteers. After 13 years of directing our Friendship Circle, I am no less touched and inspired by the commitment and compassion of these young people. Anyone who thinks that all teenagers care about these days is posting their next selfie has not met one of our volunteers. They give of their time, energy, and creativity for the benefit of the special needs community, and the Friendship Circle would not exist without them. To assist me, I would like to ask Mr. Shmuel Goodman to join me on stage. He and his wife, Sharon, have dedicated the Stuart I. Raskus Friendship Circle here in Illinois in honor of his late father-in-law, Mr. Shalom Yitzchak Raskus. May all the good and its ripple effects be a blessing for his memory. Wishing a good health to Mrs. Joanne Raskus, Sharon's mother. I would like to call up Miriam Patak to help with distributing the gifts and fellowship awards. I will be reading each name aloud and request that you hold your applause until the end. Volunteers, when you hear your name, please come to the stage and receive a small gift symbolizing our immense appreciation. Tari Altswain, Adi Averbach, Chai Bracha Bergman, Ellie Biton, Esti Boyarski, Josh Esrig, Hannah Feller, Ellie Ginsberg, Mushki Goldberg, Russell Goldman, Naomi Dorstein, Dobie Kimmelman, Libby Campo, Bay Lacoste, Manuka Levin, Toby Lopin, Chaya Mendel, Audrey Marinsky, Orly Mashiach, Eti Moskowitz, Shiraz Ostrov, Esty Paul, Abby Rakowski, Peyton Reisman, Maya Resnick, Kobe Rosen, Millie Rosenbluth, Shaylee Roth, Tommy Simon, Naomi Tulsky, Sarla Webb, and Cody Weiss. Our fellowship award is given to volunteers who have logged 36 hours of service during the school year. I'm sure I don't need to mention what an incredible commitment this is, given the multitude of other activities on our students' plates. We are eternally grateful for the time they've given, and our community is more inclusive because of it. Once again, please hold your applause until the end. Rena Goldstein, Hadassah Greenberg, Shayna Grossman, Penny Jarovsky, Golda Cantor, Penny Loam, Connie Meir, Kaviva Myers, Hannah Moskowitz, Kaimushka Moskowitz, Mosi Nutik, Aaron Peskin, Bracha Reichik, Rivka Shanowitz, Heidi Stern, Kamkarel Renee, Gabby Zuckerman. Our final thank yous of the night go to our tremendously hardworking staff. Mrs. Gitti Ever, our Talmutar instructor, our volunteer coordinator, and Anna Kofini, our development and communications officer. We'll be introducing our featured speaker. Please give them all a round of applause, and I want to call each of you up for a little gift.
Any question that you have for me, whether it's something that I mentioned or something that I may not have talked about, this is definitely the time to ask. My only thing that I'm going to say for the people that I see in their eyes, they're hesitant. And they're so desperately wanting to raise that hand, but they don't want to do it. You're going to regret it when you see me on Forbes, when you see me on
First of all, thank you for taking the time to speak with us. That was outstanding and we appreciate it. So thank you kindly. I'm just curious, you're 19 years old and you're part of this wisdom that, someone took 50 years to attain. I'm just curious how, at such a young age, you have gained such knowledge, and there's some people that that mentored you, or most of you read psychology, that that's what you're saying.
The first big thing that comes to mind is through the life experience that I was forced to mature. I was forced to become an adult that could handle the things that were coming my way. And for some reasons, that is a great thing, and for other reasons, that was a negative thing growing up. And now what I am so focused on is personal development in any and every capacity. So I've been lucky enough to be mentored and invited by some of the greatest people in the personal development industry, Tony Robbins and Brandon Farbstein, people that I aspire to be like in every regard. And it's really cool to know that I'm building a foundation for the rest of my life. And I don't need the money, I don't need the fame, I don't need any of that. I need to be strategic about what I do every single day, who I'm spending it around, because I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. I don't know what the outlook of my life is. So it's a really good reason to live every day with purpose.
Thank you.
Thank you for a wonderful presentation. If I understood you correctly, you went to high school and almost immediately you started to receive death.
Okay, so it was not death threats, but this cyberbullying began when I was a freshman in high school that very first week. It started with things that I thought weren't that bad, that were making fun of my appearance, calling me the ugliest human being that they'd ever seen, things that I now just I don't even pay attention to based on the other things that have happened, including having a SWAT team sent to my house when my address was leaked a few months ago. And it felt like I was walking into hell every single day. I had nobody that was sticking up for me.
Friends?
I genuinely cannot tell you that I have one friend.
I was wondering if you have advice that you've learned over the course of your experience, the way that your parents have supported you. Do you have advice for other parents in supporting their children through what things they do?
I think empathy is one of the most under-taught things that exist. And the reason why that's so powerful is because empathy is something that connects us, that heals us, by imagining what it's like in somebody else's shoes. Not sympathizing, not feeling sorry for them. Big difference. And if you can teach your child not just what it's like to be a kind person, but actually show them what the other side of that is like too. And don't try and shelter them from everything that's going on in the world. I'm not saying say every horrible terrorist attack and shooting, but I've seen so many kids, I'm still a kid, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to say that. I've seen so many fellow young people that grew up in a sheltered household where they weren't aware of any of the bad that was going on outside of their community. And that's devastating as an adult to walk out after college and not know what this world is truly like. And empathy, that's actually one of the laws that got passed in Virginia, that I helped get passed. It requires empathy to be taught in public school curriculum, starting in kindergarten and every single year building onto that. So emotional intelligence and truly language and wording that is very valuable in terms of mental health and social media and all of the challenges that go around with that. So that would absolutely be my number one piece of advice. But my mom is actually sitting right in front of me to your right, so you should ask her if
I would love to chime in. You know, the bottom line is we think we raise our kids, but at the end of the day, they are raising us. And what I have come to know is that we really have to see each of our individual children for who they are. We can't compare them to their siblings. We can't compare them to their classmates. We need to just see them, go and see their soul and help them discover the curiosity that they have in life, because so many parents get caught up in sending their kids to these gifted programs and all these classes, and
they also try and live their kids' life and try and gently guide their children to make decisions.
And I just remember sitting in this kindergarten classroom orientation and the teachers already kind of planning the path of how important it is for your kids to be in the gifted program and the honors classes and this and that. And there's nothing wrong with any of that for the right child. But we have to start seeing our kids as more than walking billboards of test scores and GPAs and athletic acumen, and see them for who they are, because if more parents start doing that, I guarantee there will be less bullying. There will be less anxiety. These kids are so hurt that they're hurting others. So for parents, and I know all of you do this already, just continue. Let's open our eyes and see them for who they are, and not try to make them walk this narrow path that we've predefined for them, because that's not always the right path.
Sylvia Farbstein, everybody!
After your book's been published, and I understand you don't want to think, which, that's good, but will they by any chance make a movie of you?
Good question. Possibly. I have been approached with a lot of different opportunities. So I don't want to say that that's not going to happen one day.
I wanted to thank you, first of all, for your comments and the need to tune in, for lack of a better word. But also, I was going to ask you, I heard a call to action tonight. And the call to action says, everybody do something that's kind. I'm going to say one step further. We're here tonight to talk about a support network. And I think we are all, each one of us, is part of a support network.
Yeah.
And should recognize that. And whatever you can do to help everybody recognize that they have a personal responsibility when they see somebody who's troubled. Doing something nice is step one. But step two is to see who else is here to help them through whatever time they have to get through this as well. So I would ask you as you make your tours and so on, everybody should understand that they have a support network. And likewise, they should understand that they are part of a support network.
Yes. And something that I would encourage every single person to do, use the experience that you have in some way, share it with others. You don't need to be a professional speaker. You don't need to be a public figure. Just, again, do something. Use what you've been given. You have an incredible heart. You have an amazing mind. So use it.
Do you still get bullied or mean?
Do I still get bullied? I do still get bullied. I am not to try and sympathy or guilt. I'm somebody that every day of my life is going to have to deal with that side of people. And some days I am a victim to that, and I still have my moments, and I still have my days because I'm not perfect. And just catch yourself on those moments where you slip and you fall. And now being somebody that has such a global platform, I have about 350,000 followers across my social media channels, and it's so easy to get overwhelmed by the disgusting messages. But I don't focus on that. It's not any power that I'm letting myself get away.
Okay, I'm going to take the opportunity real quick to just thank you all for coming. After Brandon finishes, as he mentioned, his book, 10 Feet Tall, is here, available for purchase. He would love to sign a copy for you, and there is a very tempting dessert buffet awaiting us. So thank you again for joining us, and we are so happy that you are part of our support network, and that Brandon was able here to grace us with his presence.